Guys, Long here. So today we are going to discuss about the phonemes of the consonant and the vowels, right? And before we begin with our topic, let me tell you some important point that we need to keep in the mind, and those are the difference between the spelling and the phonetic symbols, right? And then the place where we have to put the phonetic symbols. The first one is it is not necessary to have the same number of the letters present in the spelling as well as in the phonetics, right? There's a difference in number of letters present in the phonetics and the spelling of the word, right? So let's take an example of phone, 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 right? If we were to look it from the spelling side, we see there are 5 letters in the word phone, right? But if we were to take it from the phonetic side, we see there is only 3 sounds for oh no phone, right? So there's a difference in number of letters present in the phonetic symbol of word phone and the spelling of the word phone, right? So the number of the presence of the letter in the phonetic symbol and the spelling do not always match. Okay, so the next point is the phonetic symbol place, right? When we write the phonetic symbol, we have to put those phonetic symbol in this slash symbol. Okay, so let's take an example of word pig. Pig is the word, right? Pig, pig. But the phonetic symbol of the word pig is pa-iga, pig, right? So we have to put the phonetic symbol of word pa-iga, pig in the slash one. Okay, now we will talk about lesson by recapitulating what we have learned yesterday, right? We have learned the definition of phonemes and the types of phonemes in English, right? So what are the phonemes? कल हमने पढ़ा है कि फोनिम्स क्या है, तो कितने फोनिम्स होते हैं इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में, राइट? सो फोनिम्स क्या होता है? फोनिम्स वो दोस डिस्टिंक्ट साउंड ऑफ अ लेटर, राइट? एक लेटर के डिस्टिंक्ट साउंड को हम फोनिम्स बोलते हैं। और फोनिम्स क्या होता है? हर वर्ड के बेसिक होता है। लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ वर्ड मदर, MOTHER, mother. Mother is a word, right? Mother is pronounced as the forms the basic of the word mother, right? So phonemes are the basic of the word. So then comes the phonetic symbol, right? English में 44 phonetic sound होते हैं, and if you were to divide those 44 phonetic sound in consonant and vowels, 24 consonant sound होते हैं and 20 vowel sound होते हैं, ठीक है? So here are the main topics, and about the vowels, we have already learned that vowels can be divided or categorized with duration of production, then on the basis of its sound production, right? So if you were to divide the vowel on the basis of sound production, there is the monotone and the diphthong, right? So here there are 20 vowels, vowels piece hote hain, and out of those piece vowels, there are 12 monotons and 8 diphthongs, right? And the 12 monotons are E, U, U, E, A, O, A, O, O. Those are the monotons, but we should keep in the mind that there's a difference in those sounds, right? There's a difference between E and E. See, this is E, the longer E. This is shorter E, which means we produce this E for a longer duration. We produce this E for a shorter duration. See, let's take an example of word ship, right? We use E with a shorter duration in word ship. Ship. That's it, right? Then in this word tree, we use the longer one. We do not use the short one, right? We do not say tree. We say tree, tree. We produce the word E for a longer period, right? So likewise, there's a difference in these two as well. Ooh, look. Then comes the shoot, right? Then comes the horse. Then comes the on. Then word, car, fun, the, bed, mat. Okay, now comes the diphthong. Diphthong, which means the two sound, right? So it's ear, ear. Shorter E with schwa, ear. Then A, then O, then air, then oi, then I, then O, then R. So these are the 8 diphthong. And diphthong may be there's a difference in production of those words, right? See, let's take an example of O and how, right? In the word phone, we only open our mouth for a little. We on हम जब हम phone वाले word use करते हैं, हम मुंह को छोटा सा ही खोलते हैं ना. And then when it comes to word how, we open our mouth wide, right? How sound. See, we produce ow at the how word, right? We produce ow sound in the how with the wider mouth, how. And there is o sound at the end of the word phone, right? Phone. Okay, so next one is about the vowels, which is divided or categorized on the basis of its duration of its production. And see, there's a long vowel and short vowel, right? Long vowel are those vowels which is produced for a longer time, and short vowels are those which was produced for a shorter time, right? And long vowel and short vowel are divided or categorized under the 12 monotone. So here are 5 long vowel and the 7 short vowel. See, those are the short vowels, right? E as in pit, A as in pat, A as in pat. So there's a difference between pat and pat, right? Pat. These are the pat animal. A sound. A, pat, pat, the one we pat on our shoulder, right? Then comes the put, a sound, but then comes the pot, then comes the put, who sound, then comes the another, right? Another. 5, right? So 5 जो long vowel है वो है E, A, O, U, right? As in bean, barn, bow, boo, burn, right? But here यहाँ पे क्या है, जो long vowels है उसपे 2 dot होते हैं, right? There is a 2 dot. There is a 2 dot beside the long vowels, right? But this picture is missing this 2 dot. But in this picture, the 2 dot is missing. So let's not forget to put the 2 dot beside the long vowel. Okay. So then comes the diphthong. We have already discussed about the diphthong. So see, these are the 12 monotone, right? See, there's a 2 dot near the long vowel, right? जो 12 monotone है ना, monotone में से 2 dot, monotone which has 2 dot beside its transcription, these are called long vowels. ठीक है, जो 2 dot होते हैं ना monotone की 12 monotone में से 2 dot अपने जो symbolic होता है phonetic symbolic की beside पे अगर 2 dot हुआ तो वो वाला बोलते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं long vowels. Okay, so let's take an example here. Sheep, right? Sheep. Then comes the shoot. There's a 2 dot beside E and U, right? Then comes the door. There's a 2 dot beside O as well. Then comes the bird. Then comes the R, far, right? Far, R in far. So these are the 12 monotones. And again, I'm reminding here, जहाँ 2 dot है transcription के बगल पे, उसको हम long vowels बोलते हैं, ठीक है? So we will try this 12 monotones again. Sheep, right? E, longer E in sheep. Then ship, shorter E. Try speaking those words, right? Then comes the good. Good. We say good, right? We do not say good. We say good. So there's a shorter U. Then comes the shoot. Then comes the bet. B-E-T, bet. S, bet, right? Then comes the teacher. Teacher. Sure at the end. ER, sure at the end. This symbol is called sure, right? Then comes the bird. Then comes the door. Then comes the cat. Cat. We also say bat, right? Bat. We also say mat. A-E. Then comes the up, then comes the far, car, then comes the on. Okay. Now it's diphthong. There are 8 diphthong. So here is the first one is E and sure. Here, here, we say here, right? Here, come here, here. Then comes the A and E sound, right? A, wait. Then comes the U sound with the sure at the end. Tourist, 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 right? Tourist. Then comes the oi sound. O with the E sound at the end. Oi, boy, boy, C-O-Y, boy, right? Boy, toy. Then comes the air with the sure. Okay. Air, hair, air. The air we take in, right? Air. Then comes the I. A sound with the E at the end. I, my, I. This one, I, right? Then comes the O, the sure and the O, and the last one is R with the U sound, right? O and R. Show, right? Show. Here's a show. We are going for a show. Show. The show is produced or show is pronounced with schwa and O. Schwa and the U at the end, right? Show. Come for a show, right? Then comes the ow, a and the u sound, and the u sound, ow, cow, bow, right?